broadcast has 100% volume.
Man, sit your ass down. Skip.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, real hating, man, that's like an art form, man. You know, it's like you like a born a hater, you know, like myself, man. You know, a lot of cats think they hate.
Just real hate.
I'm mad, I'm mad at everything, man. You know, brother got a nice car, man. Why you got a car, man?
Why you got a car, man?
Car. Why you got 3 cars or a wife?
Skip.
Or man, that's played out, man. I hate on it till he's totally broke and ain't got nothing like me. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, that's what real hating is all about, man.
What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, of course, with my buddy Cowboy Jobu, who's giving the finger to all the Eagle haters that are up in here tonight. And, of course, we got Joe Bear in the house. And, as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know, this literally does not work. So let's get open for business here, and let's wake up the football gods here. You know what? Whoo, Nelly. I was upstairs. Actually, I was upstairs in my wife's, her office upstairs. And we were working on the channel membership stuff. We were sending some responses and things to people. And Mary Lon, I think Mary Lon and yours are saying that finally got your name right or something or other. And I just responding to all of the comments that we're getting from you guys and things. And I think my wife has gone through all of the ones that were initially sent in, and we're going back through to the responses. So it's a lot of it to catch up. Once we get everything together, it'll be a little easier. It's just like it's an onslaught. But anyway, we were up there talking, and that's when I saw that Amari Cooper tested positive for COVID. And it was like, oh, damn. Wait. Can you guys hear me?
It might be a blessing.
Mic check.
Mic sound nice, check 1. My mic sound nice, check 2. My mic sound nice, check 3. Are you ready?
Are you ready, Mike? Are you ready? Are you sure you're ready?
I'm ready.
Well, I'm glad you're here because I don't see you on Friday nights that often anymore. Shout out to Michael Anthony Fitness for being here in the house.
As bad as it sounds, it could be a blessing in disguise. Because then you're giving him at least 10 days to heal.
True.
His injury. So, I mean, it could be. And we got 3 good wide receivers that can hold up the fort until he comes back.
True.
I'd rather him take some time off.
Not disputing that one. Not disputing that one. That's true. Hold on, let me check.
He has some winnable games.
Okay, that did work. Okay.
Next 2 Thursdays, we got winnable games.
Forgive me, y'all. I changed some things around. Here, and so a couple of things I'm making sure they're working. I ended up putting a keyboard in here. I pulled the desk back some, so I've got a little more space with the keyboard. And I started the clock down here. Did you notice that?
Until a Super Bowl?
That's right. This guy's.
Wait. Are you saying we're going to the Super Bowl?
No, I didn't say that. I'm just saying this is the end of the season.
I hope we do.
This is how much time we have left to enjoy. Now, if the Cowboys happen to be there.
I want some money.
Well, money to be won, I put $100 on them in Vegas.
No, I put money on them to win the division, and then win the game before the Super Bowl, and then the Super Bowl.
Okay.
So I mean, that's money right there. If we win.
Well, yeah, it's money there.
But it's okay.
You know what?
It's okay.
It'd be a whole lot of money for the NFL if the Cowboys went too, because literally, the Cowboy fans, we take over California and Los Angeles. That would be insane. But let me go ahead. I see Tammy. Tammy, are you a newbie, Tammy? Welcome, Tammy. What's up? There's my girl, Gina Thorne. What's up, Gina? How you doing? And I think we're going to double down on Gina's because we got Gina C. When am I going to see you again, Gina? I see Lola, Miss Hot Sauce. Hot sauce. You know, I need to send you some of that Lola hot sauce and see how hot you really. I mean, that stuff's hot. I mean, it's. Ooh, did you try any of the ghost pepper one? It's thick. It's not like
I had ghost pepper. Hot
okay,
sauce before,
but see, not this one. Because see, here's the problem with them.
It's good though.
It's like Tabasco sauce is watery. It's like vinegar.
Yeah,
this one is like ketchup. It's thick, and so when you bite it, it sticks in your mouth.
See, hot sauce though, Tabasco is the way to age it though.
Ooh, my
That's why I
goodness.
saw running like
Ooh.
agent.
And then I see Alicia. What's up, Alicia? How you doing? Did I get all the ladies? I see Primetime Phil. Thomas Garrett, what's up? Sugar Daddy. Shout out to everybody that's in here. I know everybody's upset when they heard about Michael Gallup. But I'm going to be the one to tell you we going to be okay. You know why we're going to be okay? And I think that this will be the game plan, at least in my mind. The game plan, and this is where we're actually very, very fortunate that we have Zeke Elliott and Tony Pollard. That we have, an offensive line that we have depth on, because we decided, you know what, Connor Williams, he hasn't played awful. He's got a lot of penalties, but we got another guy who might be just as good, so we're going to insert him. Tyron Smith is coming back, so we got Terrence Steele, who could be a swing tackle, to fill in both ways. See, we're almost like a transformer. You know what I'm saying, Mike? Because we can transform into a running team. And quite frankly, I think actually having La'el Collins, Tyron Smith, and putting Connor McGovern in there, those are road graders. So you've got Amari who's missing. Why not try and keep the ball away from Pat Mahomes? Why not just say, we're going to run against that defense that's not that good. We're going to chew up the clock, and we're going to play keep away. Right? Now, here's the problem for Amari Cooper. You remember when Michael Irvin, the playmaker, went off about vaccinations, right? He went off on it and said, listen, this team could be special. You don't want to lose an opportunity to do something special because you tested positive for COVID.
Yeah, but the man's also dealing with injury too.
Well, yeah. When is Amari Cooper not dealing with injury?
I'm just saying, though, this is a good opportunity that we have some winnable games coming up. I'm not saying that, I'm talking about this week, that maybe you just sit out and you deal with your situation.
Well,
and you heal up a little bit and get ready for the stretch.
Are you in my head? Are you in my literally?
I like to look at the positives.
Well, that was actually going to be my point here. Is
I'd rather him be ready for the playoffs. I mean, I'm just saying though.
Playoffs?
You have a good chance to make it. I'd rather him be ready for the playoffs.
You kidding me? Playoffs?
Are you talking about playoffs?
I know it's a long ways away from now. Well, it really isn't. But
are you talking about playoffs?
I'm just saying though. I'd rather him be healthy for the playoffs.
Well,
just keep 100.
Well, and this was actually, it kind of hit me because I'm like, damn. We know that it's going to be, Kansas City and Pat Mahomes and Dak Prescott. And if we end up Nick Caps.
Hey, your racks went out tomorrow. The correct racks went out tomorrow.
Nick, you know what?
The correct one.
I'm getting kind of scared of Nick. I'm getting kind of scared of Nick Caps. Nick, I think I've talked to you more than I've talked to my wife lately. Seriously, man. And because you blew me away, the fact that you're a tailgate member and you're a Washington fan. That's why I didn't even think to ask somebody, are you what's your team?
But on the website, on the website you can put what your team.
Well, on the new thing we have, right? We actually see, and this is why getting organized and giving up control. My wife, my lovely bride of 18 years. Oh my God. 18 years. That's literally from the time I was born until I graduated high school.
I guess 18 years.
Wow. 18 years. Oh my God. Okay. Wow. Okay. Anyway, my bride of 18 years. See, I am the creative juices YouTuber and cooker in chief and stuff. She's with the computer. She's like Mozart, getting the stuff with the Excel spreadsheets and of course writing. She is like, you've read some of her stuff. You didn't know it, but you read some of her stuff because she does. She's like, well, what do you want to say to this person? And I'm like, I don't know. Well, how about da, da, da? I was like, yeah, that sounds good. Why you ask me? Because you just like, it's like poetry when it comes out. And so I had a point about all this. Oh, about the whole site. So on the site, if you're a channel member like Lola or Juan Cruz or Philly D, and shout out to Philly D because it's his company that he works for that ended up helping get this thing together. So when you go there, you can click and say, I'm a Washington fan. Don't send me a Dallas Cowboy one. So we're getting straight up on there. And see, like Roland's review is like, Mark, we need to go ahead and do the ladies, Zoom calls. And I'm like, yeah, well, I'm getting the database together there. And see, there's Michael Tam and Sugar Daddy, and of course, Alan S. So make sure you guys
Philly
do
D,
that. Go fill it out. So shout out to Philly D. So back to the Cowboys. And what Mike literally just stole my thunder. Ain't been here, look, ain't usually here on Friday nights anymore. Comes back and literally takes my whole thought.
You think about the Lions game, which is pitiful.
Oh.
But what's the name?
Hold up.
Ben Roethlisberger didn't play in that game either.
Hold up.
And it was for the same reason, but he can heal up.
Hold up.
His broke ass.
Let's see. Wait a minute. Hold up. Let's see. Let me move this on over, everybody. Tonight we got
James
a little
Harden on tonight.
That's right. We got James Harden on tonight.
Look alike.
And let me see. Full screen. There we go. What's up, James Harden, man? How's it going?
Oh, man, what's good with you?
Okay,
Nick Caps. Okay. I need your mama's lemon. Oh, no, Nick, you can't have my mama's pie. It's getting harder and harder to find that lemon meringue filling and stuff anymore. They don't make it. So welcome, everybody. My main man, Law Nation, man. Law Nation was him and I were talking yesterday, and we both had a heart attack, or at least I had a heart attack. I don't know if the rest of you guys did that. Literally, I was just like ready to fall the fuck over. I just was. When people started texting me and saying Micah Parsons got injured.
The new TMZ.
I was just like, what?
Yeah.
And I was looking around and trying to figure out what the hell. I'm like, oh man, the injury bug's been rough to us this year. We've been able to take care of it, but when I heard that, I was like, what? Was it a hamstring? Is it a groin, a calf? What is it? Man, he got hit in the family jewels.
In the jewels.
I'm like,
that happens.
That's not her. I mean, that's not an injury. I mean, that shit happens.
Right.
Man, I was pissed off when I heard that.
Yeah, man, it happens, man.
Oh man. Hey, so I know you heard about Amari Cooper tested positive for COVID.
Oh my God!
And so apparently he's unvaccinated. So that means it's 10 days minimum,
right?
Which means Thanksgiving and Kansas City.
Go ahead. Well, this is my thoughts on it, man. First and foremost, the NFL got so much of a control over that, whether or not, you miss 10 days or, that's a lot of control because they do the testing all the way up to the day of the game, right? Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can only imagine for the players that don't have the fully stab. I don't know which word we can say without, for them flagging the show, but without the full stab, this could be Super Bowl weekend, right? This could be playoff game, So it's one of those things where we're going to have to make sure we actually practice precautionary with when this thing occurs. But we have 3 games in 12 days. Amari Cooper been battling in a hamstring, and you played the sport, so hamstrings. You're going to have to rest that. You just can't let that heal throughout the season. You got to rest it.
Yeah. And actually, that's, that was going to be my point tonight. And here it is, my number one son, I got a couple other ones, Philly 500 and Count Pizzle. And I plan on collecting another one against the Washington football team. And looking at it from a couple of standpoints, it's like, you know what? Maybe this is a chance to go ahead and rest him. He gets 2 games off and get ready for the stretch run for the playoffs. And then I started thinking about Tyron Smith coming back and inserting him on the offensive line. And then now that we're putting another fresh body in there in Connor McGovern.
Right. Ooh.
To me, our offense is like a transformer because we can transform to a passing team or a running team. And thinking about this, if I'm Kellen Moore, I'm thinking about just taking those horses up there, those road graders, and let's just go right down the throat of that Kansas City weak defense, play keep away from Pat Mahomes, and shorten the game. Let Amari rest. I mean, that's what I mean. But even so, you still got CD. Most teams wish they had a CD, and you got Michael Gallup and of course Cedric Wilson. I don't know which way they would switch it around. That if you were the Giants or Washington or the Eagles, you'd love to have just that combination, even without Amari. So we're not exactly hurting from that standpoint. But I'm just thinking, keep the ball away from Pat Mahomes.
Yes, it's keep away. This should be a game whereas we're not in fear of the Kansas City Chiefs. They are the 27th ranked defense. So I think that, and they are 26th ranked red zone defense. So I think that we can move the ball down the field. That won't be a problem. Now they got splash players like the Chris Jones and the Honey Badger, as well as Warren Thornhill. Those boys are splash players. They can make plays.
Cowboys first and one.
What you say?
Oh, he's just recognizing the super chats there.
Oh yeah, appreciate it. Appreciate everybody in the super chat, man. Y'all help grow everything. Y'all help grow the nation over here, and that's the way we look. We underground, ain't that right, Mark Holmes?
We're the underdogs. Okay,
we're the underdog.
We're the underdogs up here, man. We don't have no pull. Listen, we got no pull and no credibility, but somehow it seems like we're more right than the people that do have the pull and the credibility. But be that as it may, I don't want to be salty.
If we just sprinkle some of Mama's cooking over here, man, that's what we're trying to do. And I just look at it like this. This is the thing. This week, this game for me, Mark Holmes and Michael. This is a game for Dak Prescott. They can say whatever they want to say, but this is a game for Rain Dakota Prescott that will separate him from the rest of the pack. Separate him from the rest of the pack and put him on that pedestal with Pat Mahomes, with Tom Brady, with Aaron Rodgers. Because even though, think about this. Yeah. Dak Prescott versus Aaron Rodgers, he outperformed him every time he played. Yeah. But we just haven't been winning in the win column, right?
Oh, that's because we didn't have that defense to go along with it. And see, here's what's amazing, because we were giving out the first, people don't want to say anything about, Dak, he lost all those games to begin with. But we were averaging giving up 36 points a game. I think we finished up around 29, but we're down at 21. There's a hell of a difference when you're only giving up 21 points a game versus 29. That's a lot of freaking points. And what you just said about this being the game for Dak, it's almost amazing to me how it seems like with Dak going down last year, how like Lyle Collins and the rest of those guys literally are like, that's our guy, man. We'll do anything to protect him, to elevate him. And like you said, this is the game that if Cowboys come out, Dak, has another game like he's been having, and they beat Pat Mahomes and all that, then what you going to say? We got him head-to-head right there. But I already know the narrative. If we lose, we'll see. We told you, Dak is just a fourth-round drafted quarterback. If we win, they're going to say, well, Kansas City, they got no offensive line. Their defense is terrible. They've been struggling. Well, this is no big victory. Because you saw, like, last night, we had all the Eagle fans there saying, oh, man, y'all bragging about beating the Falcons. Look how bad they were. It was like, you do know we scored more points the second quarter than New England scored the whole game. And we beat New England, right? And we also kicked your ass, too. So you might want to just it's one of those.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
You know what I'm saying? I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing. That's just sit your ass down and shut up.
I love that drop, man.
I mean,
I just tell all the Eagle fans to lean forward a little bit.
Oh, there you go. But let me ask you.
That's crazy. It's crazy. Go ahead.
Tell me, what happened with Philadelphia? We got Philadelphia's always in here. He's talking about that he called into your show, and And I'm just, he always usually he's like Beetlejuice. If you say Philadelphia, he ends up showing up. He's just like the stupidest. He's always talking about, I guess you got a VCR so you can watch the Cowboys old games and stuff. But he swears that he ended up coming on your show and educating you or some crazy shit like that. I'm like, no, bro, that didn't happen.
Wow. Well, the Stockholm syndrome is when the person that's being kidnapped, they found comfort with the person that kidnapped them and the person that brutalized and beat them down and made them their dad. Like I'm his daddy.
We know about that.
So he continued to knock on the door and say, "Daddy, why don't you love me?"
Oh, snap!
And he creates multiple accounts, by the way, and have the same vernacular with the emojis and everything. And all I can say is, man, come to me when it's Eagles week. Don't come to me when it's not even your turn. Let me talk about Vikings Jerome. Let me talk about the other people that jumped in. Every week we get new trolls. I like trolls, by the way. They help the channel. But let's not get distracted. The Philadelphia Eagles, it took them centuries and centuries to get that one Super Bowl. But you want to go all the way back into the 30s and the 40s when we even had the right to vote, to sit there and say, okay, they should count those championships too. And I said, okay, all right, I get it. If you want to count those, you want the cookie, here you go.
There you go.
So I counted all of the money that he said that they collected. It's still less than 5. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You mean you're talking about those world championships when there was only 10 teams?
Right, when it was only 10.
Remember the last one.
Right.
And
look, they ended 5 years before I was born, so we know how long ago that shit was.
Hey, don't forget the last one was the year we became a franchise.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, that was the last one, with 1960, when the Dallas Cowboys became a franchise.
They're always going to be part of our history.
Because I got another one over here, Chase Bath or they just, I don't understand it. I don't live on Eagles chats and everything. I literally will have them on my channel when their team is playing. I just don't understand it.
Right. And the craziest thing about it, your other son, Philly 500, he knows it.
Yeah.
Lord Bronson, those boys, they know it. Philly Fan Talk, I believe that's his name. They know it. And Bird Gang 31, everybody that's creating content know it. They don't come to law. If they do, then they're gonna get handled, right?
So
why would a guy that don't create content, Philadelphia, think that he owns something right here? And all I'm sitting here saying is that if you don't turn
with this 3-win team.
Yeah, want to turn on the camera and talk, or whenever you in Dallas, come down. I'll make sure it's all comfortable for you, and I can put you in the real body bag out here in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. But don't come for me being one of the, what do you call it, those minions? You know what I'm saying? If he ain't the leader, he's coming with all of the noise and trying to bark. That's crazy.
Yeah. I have fun with the Eagles. I mean, like, quite frankly,
it's all
because that's how it was from growing up. I grew up, in the Washington D.C. area when Washington was actually a good team. But let me ask you, what's the biggest?
Hold on, before you say that.
Yeah.
Have you heard? Because I'm a little worried. I've been searching. I've been looking. I've been jumping on other content creators' channels. I'm really worried about this guy Eastside Harrell.
Oh my God, Eastside.
Oh yeah, he's missing action.
I saw him.
Moment of silence for Eastside Harrell.
But no, I actually saw him about a week ago.
Where you saw him at?
He you get some of those trolls that literally run in the room, they drop a grenade and they run. That's what he did. He came in, he dropped a grenade and said something and then left. You couldn't find him. So, he's got plausible deniability. I was in there. I don't know what you're talking about, because he doesn't stay around long enough to actually communicate with you. But yeah, he is still alive and breathing. He is.
So he's alive. Okay,
good. It's like my buddy Q, who lives in Houston. Q is a diehard Cowboy fan. His next door neighbor was this big Texan fan, big truck, always got the Texan stuff all over it. And he was showing me a shot of it. All of it's been taken off the truck. The truck is just bare now. There ain't nothing Texans on it. Not a damn thing. So yeah, it's all cool. But what is the biggest surprise to you in this year? Is it Dan Quinn in that defense? Is it the offensive line and the depth? Is it Kellen Moore and his play calling? Is it Mike McCarthy, who seems like he's got a little bit of an edge? What is the biggest surprise to you this season? Zeke Elliott being good back again.
I knew that Dan Quinn, with the right system, with the right time, was going to be solid, right?
Yeah.
But my biggest surprise, I've been throwing some dirt on this man's name. I got my shovel ready, about this man. And this is not for digs. This is the shovel, technically, that I threw dirt all over it. For those who've been watching my channel, they know. It's Anthony Get Down Brown. I'm so surprised of him, but playing consistent and solid. The other person that I'm very surprised of, and I didn't see him. I knew that he was going to be a good guy in the system, but I didn't think that he would be that good altogether collectively, is J-Rock. They call him J-Ron. J-Ron is J-Rock. J-Ron Curse.
Oh, my God. He's been a guy.
He's been outstanding. The other guy, and I'm the first one to admit it, a lot of people will not admit it, but I will. I'm not here to say that I'm always right or anything. It's been the number 11 kid, Micah Parsons. I'm just looking at it like, wow. The moment we drafted him, I was like, whoa. I didn't really see a place for him, right? I wasn't a D1 Parsons guy, right? That means day one. So if you are a day one Parson guy, I need to see in the check so I can check the pulse of everybody. Put D1 in the chat. If you're a day one Parsons guy, but he's one of the ultimate surprise out of this rookie class, by the way.
Well, the thing that's crazy about it is when you look at the numbers, and this is where I've been comparing. If you take his numbers from right now, they are better than Chase Young's was last year for the whole season. I want you to think about that, okay? The only stat that Chase Young has more last year than he does is he had 1.5 more sacks on the season. Tackles for losses, quarterback hits, solo tackles, all of it. Micah Parsons beats all of that. Now, you could say, well, some of that's shaded because he's a linebacker, so you are going to get more tackles, which is true. Right. But when you think about a guy who's playing edge rusher and also playing linebacker, he's on pace for 110 tackles. Now, Jalen Smith, he had 152 last year, which is a lot. Right. But, when Jalen Smith tackles you, he's kind of was holding on, by a thread there and being carried downfield. When Micah Parsons tackles you, he tackles you. Wow, and you look at this, he's got high linebacker numbers and off the chain edge rusher numbers. Right. And he's playing both. And it's just like, damn. So that's when I heard Micah Parsons is hurt. I'm just like, I'm coming to join you, Elizabeth. This is the big one. This is the big one.
I said, man.
I was like, what the fuck? I'm scared and I'm looking where? And I was like, 3 hours ago.
I went to Gelkins. I went to my guy David Moore's. I went to John Machota's. I went everywhere, highway, low way. I would pick up the phone. I said, "What happened to Parsons?" And they said, "Man, nothing happened to Parsons." But my guy Mike Fisher, he put it out there. I was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, I love Mike and all that, but Mike, that was wrong. That was wrong.
I love you, Mike, but man, come on, don't have me.
Don't play with our emotions like that.
He can't fish me.
He really did. So looking at our defense, which to me is amazing, that right now scoring defense, we are 10th. We went from 29th to 10th. Okay, and what kills me is, or makes me drool, is the fact that we have reinforcements that are coming back. If we said to you, hey, Law, Jalen Smith going to get cut. D-Law going to play one game the first half of the season. Randy Gregory going to miss 4 games, right? We're going to have our rookie linebacker having to play some edge rushing. We're going to have Anthony Brown starting all season, right? What would you have said the defense was going to be?
Oh my gosh, man! I would say, man, this defense right here is going to be like 27, 28. Yeah. But this defense, man, they stepped up, and we got to give this all to Dan Quinn, and we got to give it to coaching, the philosophy of Dan Quinn, putting on the helmet, working one-on-ones with the players, letting them know that, hey, this is the philosophy that I want you to do, and elevation. I get it. A lot of people still think that this defense is suck. You know what I'm saying? They say, oh, this defense sucks.
Abe, well, I don't know, Abe, are you hiding? Because he's still, even a couple weeks ago, Anthony Brown's going to cost us games. We need to bench him, get rid of him, put anybody in there. I'm like, come on, man. Yeah. I'm like, dude, no, it's not. It's not that bad.
Got better.
But, the thing that's crazy is you think about, one, having the full offseason. I think that helped out a lot. But once you had Jalen Smith talking about it's too complex, you get the whole mob mentality that starts following along. Yeah, man, this stuff's too hard. When people don't believe that it's going to work, they're not going to work that hard. But Dan Quinn got their attention and really have these guys buying into it. And the thing that to me is crazy is we're going to get D-Law back. We're going to get Neville Gallimore back. Tristan Hill's going to get his legs back up underneath of him. We'll get Brett Urban back. We'll get Randy Gregory back. That's a hell of a lot of firepower that's coming back on a defense that's playing well. You start looking at it and saying, okay, we can have a rotation of big guys to help stop that run late in the season and maybe into the playoffs. If we get Neville Gallimore fresh, because it's his elbow, of course. It must have been a lot worse than what we were led on to be, because it's been a long time. But you get his big body in, you get Tristan Hill with the motors that they have, and you put DeMarcus Lawrence out there. And then let's say we go ahead and cheat Micah Parsons outside of D-Law. You going to tell me that a quarterback isn't going to shit his pants?
Right.
You see D-Law out there and Micah Parsons outside of him, and then a Randy Gregory? That's coming for your ass? Shh.
Mark, there's three defenses out there. There's this defense that's in September, October, and a lot of people, you play football and they yell out, "Wait till it get cold,"
Yeah.
And when it get cold, that's a whole different style of defense, right? And we're heading into, hey, it's finna get cold type of defense.
Right.
That defense after Thanksgiving, that's when you can really start saying, okay, this is the defense you want.
Right.
And then the next phase of the defense would be the playoff defense. That's when you got to make sure that everything is in front of you. You can't have those errors, those mistakes. And then by that time, we're going to have a full healthy, knock on wood, D-Law, Randy Gregory, like you said, Neville Gallimore, who had 4 to 6 weeks of an elbow extension.
Yeah.
That they said, look, let's bubble wrap him. Let's put the soft shells on him. Let's just wait for the cold defense, you know what I'm saying, to bring him out. And I'm quite sure that Dan Quinn have a beautiful plan with that. And do you recall, like, all of this defense talk? We don't even mention the safeties anymore, right?
Oh no!
Every game, it used to be a situation where it's every game we mentioned, oh man, this safety didn't do this. J.J. Wilcox did that. Jeff Heath, oh, he didn't. He over pursued there. Yeah. Oh my goodness, Xavier Woods only gave us 35% on that.
But play. See, here's the difference though, because for me watching the defense, pursuit angles of everybody. When Odell Beckham ran up the field, and you saw guys literally running out of bounds in front of him, not even seeing him, seeing Xavier Woods looking like he's a lead blocker, running the opposite way and not even finding the carrier. The fundamentals have been taught to these guys on it's not one guy. If one guy is engaged in there, get in there and try and knock out the ball. But they are gang tackling, so they're still making plays. But these plays that were going to the house aren't going to the house anymore. And, as much as people were talking about Jalen Smith was going to come back and haunt us, we need to know. You see the difference of how right now Leighton Vander Esch is playing. It's under the radar because everything is Diggs as well as Micah Parsons. But he's playing really, really well. And surprisingly, knock on wood, ain't been injured.
Yeah, I'm not going to wood with that.
Like I said, people, it's almost like, oh, he's on the team, right? Oh, he's playing on the field. So you got all these guys that are there collectively playing well. And the biggest point, I think, that I have to give credit to the Cowboys front office is because we have so many guys that are on a 1-year deal.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's playing for their football life to either be a Cowboy or audition for another team. And so, Doc Walker used to say, it's hard to be hungry when your refrigerator's full.
Right.
So,
oh my gosh.
So you start thinking about it. It's like, man, I got to play good if I'm going to be here. But, if you're the top dog and, you got that big contract, shit, man, what they going to do? They going to bench me? They ain't got nobody. That's why you got that's why you got all these dogs out here that when they get a chance, hey, I got to show something right now. So when we lose somebody, hey, this is my opportunity. And guys have been taking advantage of that.
Man, you know what? You right on the money. And shout out to you, Sadiqa. She just sent me a text.
Hey, Miss Charles, what's up?
Yeah, Sadiqa. Hey, so this is the thing, Mark.
Oh, let me grab Mary Lon too. What's up, Mary Lon?
All the ladies.
Oh no,
ladies.
man. I don't mean to brag, but the ladies, all the lovely ladies, always hang out here on the Jobu Sports Report. Because they come in with the perfume and they freshen the place up. You get too many guys up in here, get a little bit funky. You need some of the sweet ladies to freshen it up.
Right. No sausage fest over there.
There you go.
All ladies.
Oh, and there's Benita. Benita, what's up, Benita? Hey, how you doing? But yeah, I'm so proud of how this defense came together, because last year was painful just watching this defense.
Right.
Having played defense, having seen all of the great Cowboys defense, seeing those guys and hearing Xavier Woods, nobody gives 100%. It's like, dude, you got the worst defense in football. That's the last thing your ass needs to say. That's just the last thing.
Man, this last thing indeed. But what I like about everything is, like you said, steel sharpen steel, iron sharpen iron.
Right.
And Coach Mike McCarthy created that culture now, because when they were saying that, what was it, last year or was the year before last, when Jerry Jones said, hey, Jalen is the cornerstone of this defense. Yeah. I mean, God dog, and it
was kind of like
the cornerstone, like no way.
And see, he believed that because that's where he was like, those who know, look at the film.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
we removed all of that biasness, and we was like, hey, we love Jalen. I'm quite sure if you had a chance to talk to Jalen, you would even say, hey, man, you would put him up. He's the type of guy that you would put up with your cousin, with a lady friend, a daughter, or what have you, because he's a good, upstanding model citizen, right? He can do no wrong as it relates to that. He's an upright guy, right?
Right.
So everybody loved the story of Jalen Smith.
Right.
And he was infatuated. Well, people got infatuated with the fact that, hey, this is Jalen. Hey, he battled through. He's positive and all of this stuff. But they don't win you games on the field, Mark, right?
Right. And I don't know. I honestly don't know that he gets another gig.
Well, he had his cup of tea or a cup of coffee in Green Bay.
Yeah.
And you know that they was looking for help.
They were desperate on the defense. Those were linebackers.
Yeah. And then they were like, nah, dog, he can't flip and turn. He can't get upfield.
Yeah.
I mean, he probably can put his hands down in the dirt and just be an edge rusher, but they didn't have time to do that experience in the middle of the season.
Yeah, it's sad. And I tell you what, I think that you're going to find the same thing's going to happen with Odell. I think Odell, it was crazy watching that game, because here it is. You just got to town, and the one guy you see just talking. It looks like everybody just kind of tuning him out. It's like, wait a minute. You just got here. We were in the Super Bowl a couple of years ago. What the hell have you ever done? How you got the nerve to be trying to talk? And he didn't. He don't look like he's right. I don't think his body is really right anymore.
Right. Oh my gosh, man. There's the old saying that the old folks say all the time: not everybody's lying. Right. So somewhere with Odell Beckham, he may be a damn good wide receiver. He may have good routes, or he may can high point the ball and do all of those things. But somehow the smoke is following him. And his most claim to fame was against the Dallas Cowboys on a play that he caught that they lost,
and got hurt.
And proceeded to get injured.
He got hurt too.
I was there. I was there on the end zone. We were nosebleed where we had the game-winning touchdown catch in there. Yeah, I was there.
Let me ask you this: which play was more remarkable, the Cole Beasley play, or that catch by Odell?
Well, I'm gonna say Cole Beasley. I'm gonna say the Cole Beasley one because I hate Odell. Yeah, I just. But you know, it was both of them were great catches, and I'm not trying to take anything away from him, but
Right.
he has literally lived off of that one catch. It's never been anything else in that. But now, as we go through, you know, we've heard all the polls and all the experts and things like that. Do you think the Cowboys have a chance of getting that number 1 seed, and why?
I mean, they got every chance possible right now. We will see how the Cards play this weekend. Right? Do they play this weekend? I think D Hop he's injured still, and Kyler Murray he's battling through that injury. This game right here would be a pivotal game for us, to really push us forward. Shout out to the Eagles. They got some type of reemergence of life, right? so that at least put a little fire under us.
Oh my God!
Grind, right?
Yeah.
But
they actually helped us on that one.
They actually helped us, yeah.
But
the
Washington
Rams
actually helped us too.
Washington team too. You know, they quiet this year now. You know, all of a sudden they start backpedaling. Like the late great Gregory Hines or Dion now. You know, they backpedaling, tap dancing around, you know, with everything. But that's okay.
Well, here's what the good news is. Okay. Of course, we got to play the Cardinals. Okay. But the Cardinals losing last week, you know, that means they've been brought down to 2 losses. We beat them. That means, you know, we're up on them. Provided we beat Kansas City, we have the Rams that still have to play the Packers, and they also have to play the Cardinals. So you've got those 3 teams almost like a circular firing squad. Nobody, I mean, you know, somebody's got to lose in there. So that's either going to knock down Green Bay, the Rams, or the Cardinals. One of those guys are going to come downhill. Hopefully it's the Green Bay Packers, because we already got the Rams. The Rams, they've got Matthew Stafford of the Lions is reemerging now. You know, he's got his wife throwing a bagel at the 49er fans.
Wow.
Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't even hear about that.
Wait. His wife, I guess she didn't want to be outdone by Pat Mahomes' wife and brother. So during the game, she threw a bagel at a 49er troll. My first response was, what the fuck? How you eating a bagel at a football game?
Right.
Who the fuck eats a bagel at a football game? I mean, a hot dog or a hamburger. I mean, a bagel?
It's L.A.
What the fuck is that?
Oh, it's L.A.
Yeah, it's L.A.
I was like, this is some crazy stuff. So, you know, you got that whole dynamic right there. I think, you know, Tampa Bay all of a sudden, and Tom Brady, when you saw the interview with Tom Brady, he looked like he was a homeless man coming off the street. With the hoodie and stuff on, I was like, damn, he really beginning to look old right now. So they've kind of come down to earth. They've got a bunch of injuries. Green Bay, you know, Aaron Rodgers, they got the victory over Seattle, and Russell Wilson just does not look – I think he came back too soon. But Green Bay, they're not exactly raising any hell. I know a lot of teams have them as the number one team.
Well, let me ask you this, though, on the Green Bay. Is it a away game or a home game, them versus the Minnesota?
I'm not sure on this. Wait a minute.
I think if it's a home game, I think Minnesota could sneak one.
Well, you know, the division games are always tough.
Right. And they said Kirk Cousins, he's been hot.
It's in Green Bay?
No, it's in Minnesota.
Okay, it's in Minnesota. Okay.
Come on, Vikings are wrong. Wherever you at, come on.
You mean we got to root for Kirk freaking Cousins? Ah, man.
Okay.
I don't know about how much hope that is.
Wait a minute. 18 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, something like that. They were saying 3 interceptions. They said he's on one of his better careers. You know.
Okay. Yeah, okay. If you say so, I'll take your word for it, bro. I'll take your word for it. But you know, I can be a Kirk Cousins fan for a weekend. I can definitely do that. Minnesota's home. Stanley says Cousins beats Packers. Mark, you talking like you all won't lose any more games. L.A. Rams take. You know what? L.A. Rams take. You guys were talking about like that. Where's Ramalama? Where is he's a Rams fan. He used to say Ramalama, Matthew Stafford ready to roll MVP.
Sports Report.
Sports Report. Matthew Stafford ready to roll MVP. I was like, okay. But you know, I'm just saying. I'm sorry, I lost your name, Ram man. That you know, you have a chance. You just don't know.
Right.
What you're going to do. And I think that loss to Denver was a galvanizing loss where the guys are like, oh, shit, you know what? We got to show up. We can't take this shit for granted. You saw how Dak came out. Dak was like, keep this shit simple. You know, basically, we're going to kick their ass, okay? We're going to kick him in the nuts, right? Right, Micah? We're going to kick him in the nuts. Oh, shit. But, you know, I hope we can keep this thing going and rolling.
Man, I just blame it, man. It was just red stripe, man. That would really threw everything off, you know. It was red stripe.
Don't forget the Undertaker. Don't forget the Undertaker.
The Undertaker, you know.
Yeah, we went under on that one. But, you know, the thing that's crazy to me is how Cowboy fans will immediately, at the first sign of trouble, will be the first ones to dump the team and told you we suck. Man, look at that game. It's like, you know, I think that might have been the longest winning streak in the NFL this year, isn't it?
Probably so. We didn't lose in 2 months, man, or 3. Or
that's what I'm saying. We had something like 6 games in a row.
The Patriots are number 2 or 4.
Yeah. So I'm like,
it's probably number 1.
You know, when you saw the Bills lose to the Jaguars, you know, you saw the Rams losing to Tennessee, and then of course to the 49ers. You know, you saw New Orleans beating Tampa Bay and then losing to Atlanta. So it's kind of like everybody loses some games at some point. You know, you got to stop with this whole, you know, oh, we just suck. Nobody's going to win all of them. Nobody's going to.
What got me was when they said same old Cowboys.
No, it's not the same old Cowboys. Because I tell you why it's not the same old Cowboys. Because I remember going into Atlanta a couple years ago, we lost basically 2 players, Tyron Smith and Sean Lee. The defense went from giving up only about 85 yards on the ground to 180. We had Tyron Smith with Chaz Green coming in, and Chaz Green giving up 6 sacks, and the team giving up 8, and us not learning how to adjust. And see, that's the thing that is amazing to me is Kellen Moore, I think he'll almost try anything.
I mean, he will.
You know, when you literally see Connor McGovern and Lyle Collins in like a wishbone out there, and then they throw it down the 15, 20-yard out to CeeDee Lamb. He is giving defensive coordinators the nightmares of, what the fuck is that? What are they going to do?
What is that? Yep.
Because you just don't know. And you got to look at that. You know, one, you got the horses for it. The other thing that's truly different about this is the depth that we have right now, the depth on the offensive line. To be able to lose Tyron Smith for a game or 2 or 3, to be able to lose Lyle Collins for 7 games, to lose Zach Martin even. This offensive line has still been able to perform really, really well, with the exception of Denver. It's the only game that you looked at and said that the offensive line played subpar, or at least below average for what they normally do.
And they gave up wholesale changes. You know, you flip somebody from right tackle
who never played left. Yeah. So
right.
With and bringing Lyle Collins for his first start in 7 weeks. So that's kind of expected. But then everybody had a bad game that game. That game was just it was just bad Muju on that game. I still don't know what the fuck happened.
Somebody stole Jobu Shop, man. You know.
Yeah. But you feel pretty good. So you think that are you telling me there's a chance?
Man, there's a chance, man. There's a chance. We still average north of 30 points a game. And I'm quite sure that we played the game without even CeeDee Lamb, and we were able to move the ball, right? And it was just Amari Cooper. And we've seen games where they made the necessary adjustments when we thought everything was going to cave in without D-Law, like you mentioned earlier, and without Randy Gregory. And then you see a kid that wears number 1 on the back, of his jersey, show up and show out. So this would be a game whereas you bracket cover Tyreek Hill, keep the safety over the top on him, of course. You keep the guy underneath. With J-Ron Curse, you say, hey, find Travis Kelce, you jam him. Yeah. You knock him off his marker, and you pray that when he gets into the hook area, or if he's running a vert, that your safety, your other safety, makes sure that he's over the top on him. But you got to have Parsons in this particular game to spot Williams. Williams caught 9 receptions last game for north of 100 yards, as well as the tight end was a game changer for them. So we're going to have to slow down that impact, and we got the dog that can do that. Oh, I'm sorry. We got the lion. Let me get my lion.
There you go. Patrick Robinson. Yes, man. I'm doing Kansas City barbecue, man. I got 8 slabs of ribs that we're going to putting in the smoker this weekend, man.
Dry rub, though. You got dry rub, and you're going to do it.
I'll be dry rubbing them tomorrow and then putting them in real early tomorrow. About 4 o'clock in the morning, I'll be putting them in the smoker. So they'll be ready.
Off the bone, man. I haven't tried none of your ribs yet.
Man, yeah. Well, I think you've had my pulled pork, but yeah, we're going to be doing the ribs. But I think what they do to Micah Parsons is basically they say, Micah, oh, wrong one.
Danny, I need that ball. Get me the ball. You need the ball.
Get me the ball.
Are you going to get me the ball?
All right, Micah, get me the ball, okay? That's all I want. Just get me the damn ball, Micah. I can't wait for this game. I really just can't wait for this game. And I'm amazed at how fast this season is going on. If you look down, you probably can't see it from your camera there, but we have 85 days, 20 hours, 30 minutes, and 45 seconds until the Super Bowl.
Ooh.
This season has come. It is flying through, and before we know it, it's going to be that dreaded off season.
Yeah.
Stephen Griffin, damn, the inflation ain't hurting you. Okay. Well, no, see, I went out there and I went ahead and slaughtered my old hogs there, buddy. That's where we got the ribs there, buddy. You know, yeah, look, it's football Sunday. That's the one day a week that you got to splurge because you got to take care of them Cowboys, you know?
You got to, man. You got to take care of them. You got to take care of all of the people, man. What you do is a wonderful job, Mark.
I appreciate that, man.
It's like an ESPN vibe. You know, shame on ESPN, you know, but it's like an ESPN vibe, but it's outside and it's on a patio, and I can just feel like the football flavor out there. So when this world get right, I'm gonna have to look at my calendar, man, and see how I can figure out a way that I can get down there one Sunday.
Well, we got the guest room ready for you, man.
Oh yeah, man, I had to get there, man. Especially if we have any more training in Franklin. I get out there, man, for sure.
Yeah, because you were here just before all hell broke loose.
All of it happened, man.
Yeah. You know, and that's what's messed me up from this year of getting to Dallas for a game this year. But hopefully next year we're going to be all back on track. But we are going to be doing a tailgate at FedEx when we play the Washington football team at that dump. I'm just hoping that sewage doesn't pour down on my head because that place is nothing like, you know, Dallas, man.
It's off the chain. That's the best part.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
something like that.
Stadium.
So I saw you were up in Jerry Jones's box there.
Oh my goodness, man! Hey!
I looked at that. I was like, "The fuck!" I was like, "Oh, okay. I see you. You pulling a Mike Fisher now."
I'm here live. You know good well they wouldn't let me in that room with his thick beard and that jacket.
I was like, man, the fuck?
Unless you're on the tour.
I love the comment. Why somebody say it's photoshopped?
I mean, shame on people that believe that I was there, but hey, sometimes you gotta have laughter. It's good for the soul. And I'm thinking about making a bit every single time she posts that on her IG page.
There you go.
Post my little picture like, hey, I'm here. You know, they know I'm family. They know who I am. You know.
Yeah, but we know who you are, but we ain't inviting you to anything.
Go get them.
It's like Jerry. I'm holding up the brand here for you, buddy. I'm trying to spread the mojo stuff. Can you toss me a bone or something here?
No.
I want me some glory hole.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. The last time I saw Jerry, he was like, "Give me some more of that money. Give me that money." I was like, "Damn, buddy, you got all the damn money, man. Shit." But this season so far has been so good, man, and I've just been kicking back and trying to enjoy it because seasons like this.
What's your thoughts on this guy, Johnny Bones?
Johnny Bones.
Yeah. The special teams coach. We got a block kick at every doggone game.
Oh,
now.
You mean Bone? Shit.
Johnny, I call him Johnny Bones.
I was like, Johnny Bones. Like, who's Johnny Bones? Is it like a guitarist or something? Johnny Bones? Okay. Bones, God, why can't I think of his last name? Shit. His dad died. Fossil, that's it, yeah. His dad died a few months back. They scare me with always going for it on fourth down and taking all the chances. But it hit me this week. Maybe the reason why they do it is to let them know that we have faith in you and to get into the mindset that this ain't no big deal. You know what I mean? When you're doing something for the first time and you know everything, if we don't make this, that the pressure's there. But you've done this so many times, it's like, okay, no big deal. Let's just go out there and perform like we do on every other down. And, I look at the trends in the football. It's just like, it's crazy. Everybody going for a fourth down. It's like, are they trying to do away with the punters now? But Fossil, man, sometimes I'm like, I still keep thinking about that Washington game where we fake punted on the 21-yard line in a game that we still kind of had a chance in, but that definitely took our ass out of it. But you know what? I ain't mad at the coach staff. I think that they've done remarkably better than what we saw before. I hate to beat a dead horse on Jason Garrett. Mm-hmm. They always used to say that Jerry Jones meddled too much with coaching for Jason Garrett. But I almost wonder, and this is my own theory, when you think that Jason Garrett was a quarterback coach in Miami under Nick Saban for 1 year,
right?
He comes here, he's now the offensive coordinator, and then becomes the head coach. You look at Mike McCarthy, who's literally worked his way up from 49ers and Green Bay, all the different positions and things. I think Jason Garrett didn't have the experience to be able to do everything as a head coach and needed that extra help to try and run the team.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So from the standpoint of, Jason Garrett, we want you to, you're doing play calling. Let's take the play calling away from you because you're not taking care of everything as the team's head coach. And he seemed very, very limited. The thing that I also look at too, and I hate to always bring up Rico Gathers, but see, in my mind, they ruined him.
Oh my God.
Dan Quinn, here's what Dan Quinn does is, and he said this, we're going to find out the things that players do well and exploit that.
Yeah.
Instead of saying, Rico, you're a beanpole, you're tall, and you can jump and you run pretty well. How about we're going to take you 10 times a game and we're going to have you run to the pylon and jump ball over the D-back for touchdowns. That's what your role's going to be. Instead of doing that, like, no. That's nice and all that. We saw him in that Ram preseason game with 3 touchdown catches. That's nice and all that, but we want you to put on about 40 pounds and block. I ain't never blocked. That's not what this guy did. He did okay with it, but you took something that was a mismatch, which, you want to have. You look at Kyle Pitts. That's exactly what Kyle Pitts is that guy who's tall, he's big, he's physical, who can out-jump people. No, we don't want that because everything was so rigid. And I also have to credit Jerry Jones for getting outside of his comfort zone because before, whenever he hired somebody, it was always somebody that he had a relationship. Either they were a former player or they were a coach that worked up the system. And so they always had that same focus and system. It seemed like once he ended up getting in Dan Quinn, they said, okay, this is your baby. You buy the groceries. And you could see the kind of guys that he brought in here. Before we never thought about getting a one technique guy that's 340 pounds. I mean, I know Bohannon was late in the draft, but we never got guys like that. But you see that Dan Quinn was liking the length and the aggressiveness and the philosophy of his defense, and he was able to find cheap guys to fit that system and turn them in there. So, hats off to, collectively to me, this is from Jerry Jones actually letting go, from Will McClay going out and getting what Dan Quinn wanted to get, and actually Mike McCarthy seeming like he's got a little bit of an edge now.
Right.
That we didn't see last year.
Man.
Yeah.
Just to use that as an analogy, you're a carpenter at heart, right? You can just create things with your hand. And if you would rather or have a 2x4 that's too long versus one that's too short when you're building. Is that correct? Mm-hmm. Right.
A whole lot easier to cut a little more off of it than it is to put it back on it.
Right. So that is what Dan Quinn is looking at. I get it. We can look at Ashanti Samuel, and I know a lot of people yelling, hey, we should have drafted him. We should have drafted him. We should have got him. But Dan Quinn is looking at this system. I would rather have it too long versus too short. And I'm not saying that Ashanti Samuel is using him as a reference point. Whereas this team, collectively speaking, they are figuring things out. We got AB playing lights out. We got DeMonte KZ. His name don't come up at all. So we like that, outside of the Patriots game. We like the fact that we don't hear Malik Hooker name left and right, because if you start to hear those guys' name left and right, meaning that they doing something that they too short, they can't fit. And I'm talking about from an analogy standpoint. And this team been making the necessary adjustments, whether it's on the offensive line or the defensive front, or whether it's on the aspect of this or that. They are making things happen for a reason, and I like it,
Yeah.
And hats out to Dan Quinn. And there's no big eyes, no little U's. All of these guys, McAdoo, he's helping out Kellen Moore. He was a former head coach. Jim Fossil, Johnny Bones, basically, he was an assistant head coach at one point, or interim. And then you have Dan Quinn, who was a head coach, by the way, who took the team to the Super Bowl. So we got all of these misfit of guys that said, hey, we're going to come together. We're going to unite the Cowboys, and we're going to sit there and tell everybody, we got the heartbeat of the nation now.
Yeah.
The Dallas Cowboys.
Amen on that one. Yeah, they've definitely done a hell of a job. The biggest worry to me is you got to look at Dan Quinn right now. His stock is through the roof. You see how bad now Atlanta is crashing and burning. And you look and say, well, damn, he built the Legion of Boom, and he took the Cowboys defense with a bunch of no-names from 29th to a top 10 defense. And you start thinking, maybe that's the guy we need for head coach. The big question I have is, and knowing that, like you said, being a carpenter, I've been, owner of my own business and company, and I've had 25 people, and we're building 80,000 square foot warehouse. And instead of being the guy that's down in there working and building, I'm having to oversee, do the paperwork, and I hated it. I am that guy that likes to be down in there, getting my hands dirty. At the end of the day, I can look and say, that's what we built today. And I'm beginning to think that Dan Quinn might be that kind of guy who would rather be that coordinator and working directly one-on-one with the Micah Parsons, with the Anthony Browns, and being that teacher, as opposed to the politics of being that head coach. Not every coordinator becomes a great head coach. You could look at Norv Turner, who always has been great as an offensive coordinator, but you kind of look at his head coaching career and kind of say, So it may be that his better thing is being an offensive coordinator. And, of course, Kellen Moore, part of the thing you have to also look at is it all Kellen Moore, or is it also that he's got the horses?
Oh,
because you got to have players. The bottom line is you got to have players. Tennessee's offensive coordinator went to Atlanta. So he was thought to be a genius over there with Tennessee. He gets to Atlanta. They ain't scored a touchdown in the last 2 weeks. Now he looks like the scapegoat. Did he forget how to coach between Tennessee and Atlanta, or is it that fact that he doesn't have Derrick Henry?
Oh my gosh, big thoughts right there running in my mind. Oh my goodness, and that's what Kellen Moore need to take a page from. Boise State calling them, TCU calling them. I'm quite sure that even the Detroit probably call them next year. Whoever
but
needs.
You know what? I don't care who you are. Don't take those jobs. You're better off not taking a Detroit or a Jets team. They are constantly going to be able to lose. And see, Detroit, they messed up because they had Jim Caldwell there. You remember Caldwell took them to the playoffs twice. And they were saying, nah, you're not good enough. Let's get what's his name? Matt Patricia. We'll get one of those guys. And all of a sudden, down the toilet.
They went got Philly 500.
That's shit. And now, of course, with Dan Campbell, we're gonna bite him in the kneecaps and everything else. And they can't. It's like y'all brought that on yourselves because you had itself a good coach, and you didn't appreciate it, and that's why you got what you got.
Yeah. I like this saying from Okoye. Either you can be a king for a day or a prince for a lifetime. And right now, Kellen Moore can be a prince for a lifetime. Let me know in the chat, Cowboy Nation, which one you prefer, king for a day, or prince for a lifetime. And
Thomas Garrett, you're 100% right. Atlanta hasn't recovered from the Dallas game. And that's the thing about Dallas. When you play the Cowboys, you get physically beat down. I mean, you saw Carolina after, Carolina was 3-0 when we played them. We beat the crap out of them, and it took them games to recover. And one other thing about Carolina, too, and this is big. when you think about Carolina, the impact that Cam had just being there on the sidelines, did you see how that whole team elevated their play in that game? That it was just, I mean, Cam didn't have any special numbers, although he, for the first 3 plays, he threw a touchdown pass and ran one in. But just the energy of those guys getting behind him. And that's the kind of thing that happens that the fans don't necessarily understand, that these guys are actually playing for Dak and the team more so than individual statistics. It's all about how can we win. And that, my friends, is a tough thing to beat.
Oh, man, good stuff, man. How can we win?
How can we win?
How can we win for 4, Fourth in total passing, 4th in rushing, power 4, you know what I'm saying?
Number 1 overall offense. So, I mean, you can't ask for much more than that. Now, real quick, we got to go ahead and do a drawing here, Mike. And we got a draw for another Jobu shot rack. Guys, I don't know if you can see that there, but you see right behind Law Nation, there's one of the two-faced ones like we're giving away tonight.
It's a beauty. It's a thing of beauty, man. It's a talking conversational piece, by the way. So whoever wins it, man, hang it somewhere nice. I got my shot glasses on that rack, and people be saying, "Hey, man, who made that rack, man?" I said, "That's Law Rack," but that's my guy Mark Holmes. He made that rack.
Well, thank you for telling people where it came from. Let's see who we got here.
Yeah.
We got Birdman. See, look. Now this
32, 31, Birdman 31.
Yeah. Well, Birdman 951.
Okay.
So wait a minute. You see, an Eagle fan is a channel member.
He's not telling you.
He's not okay. Now this Terrence Cartwright. Terrence Cartwright is our winner tonight. It was kind of funny because tailgate members I give a small rack and 4 glasses to, and I sent one to this guy Nick Capps. And he sends a picture back, and it says, "What the fuck?" He's got a Washington helmet on his lap, and he's holding the rack like, "Why'd you send me a Cowboys one?" And I'm like, wait a minute. Why are you a tailgate member on a Cowboys channel? How am I supposed to know that shit?
So what you gonna do, Mark? You gonna give some horse manure? You gonna paint one side?
Man,
one side green. Or
maybe I'll just pack it with some horse manure and send it to him.
No. Do it right. Do the Philadelphia green and the white, and then draw some droppings on there. Some horse droppings.
See, Philly 500. Here's what's funny is Philly 500 doesn't know. I sent him one of the Joe Bardys, Eagle colors. I went to the autograph signing show, and I got Miles Sanders and I got Hurts to autograph it. And I sent it to him. And, man, he was so happy. Oh, my God, I can't believe you got that. It's like, Jobu put the kiss of death on that, right? We got some bad mojo on your guys there, right?
Yeah, why he tell you to keep that away from me?
Yeah, sure did. Yeah, or his girl. She gave me the side eye. What's this Cowboy fan doing here? I'm like, just be cool. Just be cool. But now we just have a whole bunch of fun and stuff. But Law, tell everybody where to find you. Not that everybody already knows where you. I don't even know why I even say that shit.
Law Nation Sports, man. Law Nation, you just type it in. And it's on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and as well as YouTube. I really appreciate you, Mark, for having me on this beautiful show, man. I had a great time.
Oh, man. I always have a great time and stuff. Like I said, I got to get back to Dallas. The whole COVID thing just kind of messed up everything. But, guys, between Law and Vosh, they were the real innovators that literally what you're beginning to see on ESPN, the play breakdowns and things like that, that was created by these guys right here, and they literally just stole it from them. Definitely show Law and all the creative stuff. You may not like me that much, but, I guarantee you that one of these creators out here are ones that are definitely going to be your flavor. And all of us are putting out the best content on the Dallas Cowboys, and we're going to keep it straight, man. We're not going to tell you somebody got hurt, and they just got racked and they're okay and trying to scare the crap out you. We going to try and bring it to you real. Casey Stewart, what's up, Casey? She says, hello, Law Nation.
Appreciate you.
And Terrence Cartwright, make sure you email me at CowboysMark94. I'm dropping it down here in the bottom right there.
All right.
Gerald Chavez, good night, man. I appreciate you coming in here. You got anything to add before we get out of here, my man?
No, man. Look, win, lose, or draw, man, Cowboy Nation, let's not run on the first sight of blood. Let's stand tall. This team, this game is everything to me, to Dak Prescott, and I think that Dak Prescott wanted, and he's gonna showcase his talent, and especially the guy that's playing across from him. He grew up a diehard Cowboy fan, so this is a big moment for him to
break his heart.
The team that, the team that he grew up wanting to play for. So let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let's get this thing going the best way. I'm not gonna do score predictions, but I'm gonna tell you, Cowboys will be victorious.
You know what? I think the Cowboys can get the win myself too. I think that they can do it. I think they're going to be motivated. What you jumping at me there? I think we can get it, man. No, see, you gotta understand. I'm trying to be humble this year. I'm not being. I'm not talking about
Playoffs. Don't talk about.
I'm not. No, I'm taking one game at a time. I believe the Cowboys have the opportunity to get a win here, and we'll see what happens come Sunday. And we'll definitely be here live streaming it. We're going to be throwing down on some Kansas City barbecue. We're going to have some cheese corn. Cheese corn and bacon. Cheese, that's one of them Kansas City things. See, I got Chef David Wiley who comes over here and hooks things up. Man, the potato salad and the honey cornbread that we had last week. We had fried catfish and chicken wings. We had collard greens. Man, we went all down Atlanta. We're literally doing the tour. Whatever city we are facing, we are making food from there. And man, we've been, like I always say, we may not win, but we damn sure did eat good.
Alan Williams.
Damn sure ate good. So,
hey, everybody, do me a huge favor on Mark channel. For those, put your score prediction down. And, we'll go back and read it, and whoever got it right, man, I'm gonna do a giveaway for you guys. So put it down in the chat. Woo. And that help out everything too, as far as everything. You know what I'm talking about, Mark. So y'all put the score prediction down. Let me know, because I'm gonna come back to this channel. I'm gonna read every comment, but it's only for today now. I don't want people to do it on the day of the game. You feel what I'm saying, Mark?
Amen on that one. Yeah. Marylon, I tell you what we're actually doing. For some of the channel members that are local or close by, we're going to start bringing some of you guys over here, so that way you can watch the game and have some food and stuff with us. And we're also, if you're interested, are going to be at the Washington game in D.C. I think we're going to be in the red zone lot. I've got a link, a post in the community tab in there. Let me know if you're going to be coming and how many people. I'm trying to get a count on it. And if you want to help out and stuff, there's ways that you can do that as well, because we're going to try and do like we always do, take over that toxic waste dump, FedEx Field. In the meantime, it's time to grab your shot glass so we can go ahead and get your shots going. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being part of the Jobu Sports Report. But you know it's time to turn off the lights. This party's over.
The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.